up. This is not a watch, but it's 4 in the morning. I'm using this app called Time Shifter. It basically tells you how to alter your sleep schedule so that you avoid jet lag when you get to a new location. And since I'll be arriving in London tomorrow, I was up at 5 a.m. yesterday, 4 a.m. today, but I just do exactly what it says because I let electronics run my life. Whoop is my robot mother. Now, let's do a Q&A real quick before I head to the airport later tonight for Europe for a month. The first question I get is, what do I do for work? I'm a software engineer. I'm a nerd. This trip's a little different because I'm going to be on a 4-week sabbatical, which means I'm not going to be working in Europe at all. Another question I get is, what do I bring with me? And it's not a whole lot of stuff. Let me show you. I bring this bag with me. It's my satchel, and then that is a 40-liter nomadic travel backpack. I'll just talk about some of my essential travel items, I think, because there's several categories. One of those categories is clothes. I just bring like 3 or 4 t-shirts with me. I bring like my jiu-jitsu gear, my gis and stuff. These are not my gis. My passport and my travel documents, it's all really basic stuff. But the essential things I always bring with me. 1 set of AirPods. These are so good for everything because they're noise canceling. I just wear them everywhere when I'm traveling. It's magic. I think I probably have ADHD. The other essential thing is my iPad. I do all of my editing literally on my cell phone. I did that for a while. I did that for months before I got my iPad, and then I started editing everything on my iPad. The next one is this microphone, an external battery bank, and then for all of my travels, I've carried this journal with me. It has all my secrets. There's journal entries for basically almost everywhere I've been in the world at this point. Japan, Europe, everything. There's a journal. And then a copy of Meditations by Marcus Aurelius and some airplane snacks. Question number 3 is, who does my video editing? The answer is me. That's why it sucks. And actually the better question is that I get from a lot of people. They ask me because they want to make like Instagram reels and TikTok videos and stuff like that. And they ask me what programs I use. Programs I use in order of least complicated to most complicated are CapCut, LumaFusion, DaVinci Resolve. So CapCut is really useful for reels. It's actually useful for a lot of stuff. It's the most user-friendly, easiest one that I've found. You can do like all your captions on your videos and stuff. It's also really good for effects. You can do all kinds of like digital effects that look complicated, but they're actually really easy. And then next in line is LumaFusion. LumaFusion is a very manual but very powerful video editor. I love it because it's so fine-grained. I can do so many different things. But where it's lacking is in powerful creative tools, which is sometimes what I use DaVinci Resolve for. I don't use it a lot at all, but I use it for some things when I want to get like better color grading or certain effects depending on the video I'm doing. I'm not an expert on it at all, but they do have an iPad version, which I love to use. Oh, another question is, how long have I been a blue belt? So I've been a blue belt all of 2022 and then up until now, like a little bit less than 2 years. I can't remember if it was November or December of 2021 that I got my blue belt. The other question I get is where I train. Kyotera Academy in San Jose, California. And this is the longest period in months that I've been in one fixed location because I've literally been traveling since April 2022 last year to like compete and all that stuff. But when I'm back in San Jose, because there's always competitions like in California, and that's when my longest training periods at CTA occur. But the bigger part of that question is, whenever I'm traveling, where do I train, and do I manage to get enough training? How do I drop into gyms? Because I've trained at, I don't even know how many gyms at this point. I've trained in like several different gyms in Europe. I've trained in Japan. I've trained in Brazil. I've trained across the US. It's pretty easy, like any location you're in, any major city nowadays tends to have like some kind of well-known jiu-jitsu gym. Everybody has like very similar ways of doing drop-ins. You just gotta have the uniform. Like I usually email ahead and be like, hey, I'm gonna drop in for the week. But yeah, it's pretty easy. It's not that hard to train while you're traveling. Just find a gym, email them. I post about my diet a lot on social media. I've gone through several different weight classes and stuff over the past like 18 months, and I've had to like maintain weight and cut weight and all this kind of stuff. So I've experimented with different kinds of diets. I've been on like different extreme ends of the spectrum. The diets I've tried so far have been keto, carnivore, animal-based, low-calorie, high-volume approaches with more carbs, so like carb-heavy, low-fat, or high-fat, low-carb, or no-carb, high-protein. And it changes so much. I really liked carnivore for a while. It really reduced inflammation. It was a good elimination diet to kind of see how different foods affect me and stuff. I did carnivore for 30 days straight at one point, and I did it at some other periods of time. When I'm cutting, I'm like experimenting with different foods and eating like a lot of like high volume stuff like vegetables and everything. But the diet that is consistently, I feel, the best on is an animal-based diet, which I recommend that people try if they're interested in like being able to have a lot of really good food options, like really good food, good flavors, but like have the just like really healthy food. I think animal based is a really good diet. I'm glad I was able to lose a little more body fat when I was cutting recently for Master Worlds and Pans, because I'm on maintenance calories now, which is amazing. It's horrible cutting. Cutting sucks. I think that'll do it for the Q&A. Bye.